Welcome to 954 Miles of Conversation podcast. This is your host, William T. Vaughn. And as usual, we're exploring boundless conversation 1 mile at a time. My co-host, Christy McDonald, is still handling business back and forth from Omaha to Arkansas, and now she's on her way to Texas for her sorority boule. So I'm gonna wish her traveling grace for this week, and so she can enjoy the educational process of the sorority, and then she'll probably be back with me as a co-host later on in the month of July. But tonight's show, I have a doozy for you. Oh my God, we have a doozy for you. We're talking about strengthening and conditioning. We're talking about a lifestyle change uh, of your health, trying to get healthy as a person and as an individual and as people. I think this show is worth talking about, especially with what's going on with health issues across the country. We need to really put some emphasis in it. I'm glad that 954 Miles of Conversation is adding some highlight to this conversation, a conversation piece with me. I'm delighted to have the guest that I have tonight. He's family, but what he does, it is and his impact on health is second to none. So with that being said, I'm gonna introduce him. Wendell, can you tell the audience who you are, what you do, and how you come about doing all this that you've been doing?
Good deal, good deal. Like you said, my name is Wendell Thompson. I'm from El Dorado, Arkansas. I've been training on and off for a long time, about 10 years. I'm going to tell you how I started. I started in high school, playing football, playing basketball, running track, getting the IQ, getting the knowledge from the coaches and other players. Became all state in all three categories. Went to college, played a little couple ball. That's it. And after that, um, I started studying personal training. Then I looked into NASM in 2015, I believe, and I got my certification in NASM to be a certified personal trainer. Then after that, I started looking into nutritionist, performance enhancement, corrective exercise, and I got into that field, and I learned all of that and got my certification in that as well. So fast forward to the future, I started training at different locations. I was like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of all this corporate stuff. I want to do stuff on my own, have the knowledge, have the skill. So I got my own business, a performance business called Beast Empire Fitness,
Okay.
located in Arkansas. This was before COVID. Um, I trained numerous athletes, different types of people, regular people, kids, elderly people, people with different diseases, neuromuscular diseases, nervous system diseases. I'm categorizing all expertise. Um, then I moved out here to McKinney, Texas. Um, I started a new foundation, and I looked into stretching more. And I came across Stretch Lab, a company here in Texas, where it's based off of California. It's a great concept to mobilize the body to help you gain better performance, to prevent inflammation in your muscles and gain joint health, etc. I got my certification in that, and now I'm specialized in all of those categories. Now I consider myself as a hyper trainer because I train. The way I train, I put all types of workouts, all types of exercises, all types of different fundamental training into my program, which is CrossFit, strength training, performance training. You want to do stretching, we can do that. You want to work on your nutrition, we can do that. Categorize, um, not categorize, but that's my expertise in those areas.
Okay. Let me ask you something. And I know that when exercising is a timely matter, and a lot of people have to build that into their work schedule. How I mean, how do you do that? Because I know you're a family man, you take care of your family. And so how do you find that flexibility of making your schedules work for you and and and, and,
Um,
and your clients rather?
yeah, right. Time management. Figuring out what's best for me. Finding out a routine that's best for me. Uh, Making my main important task my main priority. Um, just scheduling out, communicating with different people how I want to do it. Also communicating with my wife how I'm gonna do things because sometimes I might come late to home. Sometimes I might not see my children. When I come home, they might be asleep or whatnot. But
Yeah,
also just it's just time management. You have to balance yourself out through your personal lifestyle and through your work.
yeah.
Like balance. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched you over the years. I watched your workout. And I've seen you. You build your muscles. I've seen your videos. You put those videos out there, and I mean, you got your music out there. And I said, "Wow!" I said, "You made yourself get bigger, smaller. You went back and forth. How does that work? Because you be doing some exercise. I'd be like,
Yeah.
wow, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I can't do that.
Yeah,
So
it's all about with the exercise part. It's all about the experience, what I've been through, and educate myself on different exercises. But me getting bigger and me getting smaller, it's all based off nutrition.
okay, okay,
Um, that's where a lot of people fail at. A lot of athletes fail at. We don't calculate our nutrition. We don't calculate the proteins. We don't calculate the amount of nutrients, the carbohydrates. We don't calculate none of those things, and that's why we have a lot of imbalances within ourselves.
really,
That's
okay,
why, yes, that's why you can overeat. A lot of people overeat and don't think they're overeating. Let's say, for example, let's say you want to burn 1,500 calories or whatnot, or
okay,
you want to gain 15, you want to eat 1,500 calories or whatnot, and your weight, calculate your weight times how much you want to gain, how much you want to lose or whatnot. If you overeating your calorie intake within that day, you're gonna gain weight. See what
okay,
I'm saying?
okay.
Now, if you want to lose weight, you have to eat less of that calorie intake daily. But if you want to
So,
maintain,
so let me ask you something. So, if I, because I'm the last time I weighed myself, I got sick,
mm-hmm.
and I was like 240, and so my goal was 230, but I was losing it the wrong way. I was getting sick,
Yeah.
and I was like, I was losing it the wrong way. I don't want to lose it that way. I want to lose it where I'm toning, and I still hold some muscle mass, and all that. So if I want to get down to that 230, if my protein intake, my calorie intake, say if I want to do 2,000 for me, I got to eat less to lose it.
Yes. Yes.
So do I work out more?
Yes, you work out more and you eat less.
Work out more, eat less.
Yes, if you want to lose it.
If I want to lose it, but
Yes,
if I want to gain some muscle mass,
you still want to work out as the same, but you have to eat more because you're gonna burn more fuel.
okay, okay, I can see
So
that. I can
yeah,
see
you're
that.
gonna burn more fuel. So you want to keep that. So you have to eat a higher amounts of your calorie intake if you want to gain.
If I
Now,
want
if
to
you want
gain,
to, yes, if you want to maintain, you stay with your 2,500 or whatever how much you weigh, what your
okay,
calorie intake is. You just stay
okay.
there.
Well, I'm gonna say on this show, and I'm gonna be committed to this, that you done gained 2 clients already. So myself, um, um, and my girlfriend, and my lady friend, who has told me that she is ready to do some toning up. So she wants you to get her plan, as well as I. We want to do
Mhm.
it together, to make sure we work out together. So
Yeah.
I definitely want to get with you that so we get that plan and give us the schedule that you put us on, and we're
Mhm.
gonna do what you tell us to do.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, well, we're gonna be committed. We're gonna be 100% committed
Yeah.
to this. So I'm going to tell you right now, we are committed to this.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for quite some time,
Hmm.
and before we got onto this taping tonight, she called and said, make sure you let him know that we are
Yeah,
committed. So
yeah.
I gotta
It's
put that
most
out there.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
most definitely got to do with your nutrition. That's where a lot of people fail. It's your nutrition. That's why you're not gaining. That's why you're not succeeding. That's why you're not balancing yourself out. You know, it's
you
it's
know,
nutrition. It's
yeah.
nutrition.
When I was riding bicycles and I was really training during the pandemic really messed a lot of people up.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you had a great business going in El Dorado at that time. I saw that, and it really motivated me. And I was riding bicycles at the time, and uh, that's how I had retired from Little Rock Police Department. I dropped my weight, and I was really motivated, man, and just. Then you go through these life changes of
Mm-hmm.
going back to work, and you get back into that rut of not working out the way you normally should work out. It hurts you. It really
Yeah.
does hurt you. Then you go through a life cycle of changes of life issues, marriages and divorces, whatever those situations could be in someone's life. It does affect the body.
It
It
does.
does
It
affect.
does.
It really does. It does affect the body.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think for me, and I've always been very candid about when I'm on my show. I think that when you're going through life cycles and life changes, and you go up and down with your life, I think that affects your body. It affects your mood, what you do, and how you do things. And you find yourself you being that couch potato and says, "Okay, I just want to relax. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want
Right.
to do nothing." And you got to motivate yourself.
You gotta
And I
motivate
had,
yourself.
yeah, I had to motivate. I did. When I was moving, going through a life change in San Antonio, I had to motivate myself, and I had to really move myself and make myself and say, okay, I'm gonna get up and work out at a certain time. And I kept going. I was like, oh, I was building my arms. I was proud of myself because
Mm-hmm.
I had that momentum going then. And then all of a sudden, I'm in McKinney. I'm getting used to my environment. I don't have that good place of working out because the facility here is not open like I need it to be open.
Gotcha.
So I got to find something that I can get into
Mm-hmm.
and do my workouts and get back into that groove again.
Yeah.
So it's a process for me. So
Right.
I'm gonna be really dependent upon you to get me back in that process to get my lifestyle going again. And because I told my niece the other day, she called me and she said, Uncle, I text you. I said, baby, you got to call me because I'm double nickel now. I can't hear
Yeah.
that phone late at night. I'm double nickel. Just call me. You can't,
Yeah.
I ain't no text message. So we got tickled about that. So when you become double nickel in the age, you like, hey, that's a whole new different lifestyle,
Different
man.
lifestyle. Yeah.
A whole new different lifestyle.
Yeah.
And for my viewers and my listeners out there, listen, I'm trying to 954 miles of conversation. We're trying to put educational shows together, lifestyle changes like this right here. I'm just glad that I'm able to bring the viewers and listeners someone that I know personally that you all can connect to, and do not hesitate on reaching out
Most
to
definitely.
him and getting a hold to him and there's his number down there and get some advice from him to get yourself back in health and get your wellness back
Yes,
together.
sir.
So we're definitely advertising his number down there. So please reach out to him and get that knowledge. But I got some questions to ask because there's a lot of things going on in sports that I'm going to ask you about in a little bit. We talked about it. Because right now these kids are training for football. They're doing all
Yeah.
these videos and everything. What are the benefits of the flex training for individuals, especially with young athletes right now? What are the
Yeah.
benefits for them?
It definitely increased their performance as well, and to prevent them from injuries. It locked their full range of motions. It'll increase their joint health. But most all just high performance training. Like no injuries. Um, Good coordination, good focus, good agility, concentration, and just overall. I tell athletes all the time that you have to stretch either before the workout and after the workout to prevent injuries.
Okay, so and that's something I didn't do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never stretched after the fact. I always stretched a little bit before, but I didn't really get into it. And I think sometimes that messes us up because we don't do those stretches. We really don't. And I think if we did more stretches and really got into that, I think it'll decrease our injuries. I mean, I don't at 55. If I have an injury now, I know I ain't gonna heal like I used to when I was 25. I mean, it's gonna take me a little bit to to bounce back from that. So I want to make sure that I really get into that part of the stretching. So I really appreciate that because you discussed how it does that. The skill level. What are some specific stretches that help the youth with their skill level? Especially if you got somebody running track. Yeah. Do you do a different stretch for them? Yes. Do you do a different stretch for a guy? Does somebody doing football, soccer? Mm-hmm. I mean, every stretch don't fit every sport.
It all depends, especially with track and football. Anything with running, you want to open up the hip flexors, do more hip flexor stretches, do hip exercises. When it comes to baseball or any other sport with throwing the arm, you want to do some rotation with your traps, your rotating cuffs. You want to get range of motion in here, there, because your velocity here, especially in the hip area when you're twisting.
Yeah.
But it does depends on what field you're in when you train.
Okay, so that does make a difference then.
Yeah, it does make a difference.
Okay. And so for our viewers and all that, so if you got a son out there that's in soccer, that's a different stretch for a soccer player. If you got a son, if you got a player, you got a child that's in football, that's a different stretch for them. Basketball, baseball, it's a different stretch. This is something that I know that when I was playing sports, we didn't have that knowledge. Mm-hmm. You got that knowledge today for these athletes, and if these parents are not aware of that, or there's coaches out there that's not aware of that, here's the information for them to be aware of that and contact you so you can utilize your services.
Most definitely.
They can utilize your service because you have the credentials in this, so you know more about it than I do. Okay, now I can tell you as an ex-detective in law, I can tell you all about that. And I can talk about terrorism. I've worked it. That's my experiences. But I can't tell you nothing about flexing, working out, nothing like that. Yeah. But I know how to ride a bicycle. I got a bicycle. I can ride that. But I can't tell you. I can't tell you how to flex. I can't tell you. Just can't tell you, man. I got a video that I want to show our viewers that you working. Matter of fact, it's your son.
It's my son. Yes.
It's your son, and I get teary eyed because it was something that was said on Facebook about him and how he was working out, and they said something about his birthday, and I made a comment. I said, no, I want to thank his father for being in his life and being man. Being that man to him. I got teary-eyed because to see your input in his life is a blessing and it's an honor, and I'm proud of you as a young man and as a father that you're doing that for him. And not only are you doing that and showing an example, you doing that in other children. I see you doing that with other kids as well. I want to say thank you up front and commend you for that, and I appreciate that. But I want to show this viewers this video that I had to, and this is the first time I've ever done this, is show the video doing a recording. So we're going to see how this go and how this works, okay? And here we go. I do not own the rights to this music. You actually, this is on one of your videos.
On my platforms, yeah.
Your platform.
I don't own the rights either.
Yeah.
Have to put the hashtag in there as well. So
yeah. So we don't own the rights to this music, so we put that out there. But here's the video, and tell me what you think of it. We'll talk about it.
Don't tell me shut up. You are not my boss. turned up so much now I just can't turn up. Don't call me back since you can't answer when I call you. Daddy was a rolling stone, I get it from my father. Chain so heavy that I can't buck all up. She knew I was a devil cause I wear a lot of product. 215 in the back of the old school lot, she know it ain't doing enough. Shawty on the 15th floor and playing with her pussy, yeah, finna come up. Knocked it down on the bed and caught that head, she one hit once. A big old bag of dance, me on yeah, boy, better go keep up. Got my Glocky clipped to the hip just like a goddamn beeper. Shawty all in my face and shit, I don't know where I meet you. Tryna play tough guy and shit, you know I come and see you. They gon' try to take it all, try to put some fear in me. My 9mm, that's my damn security. Hearthstone president, you more like Hillary. I paint the picture vividly, she love my image.
Wow, man, that was awesome. That was awesome, man. Tell me a little bit about those drills that he was doing in that video. Tell me a little bit about that.
Those drills on that particular day, we're working on defensive back drills, working on his coordination, working on his footwork, working on sticking his foot in the ground, dropping his shoulder, turning his hips and everything. All of that matters when you're doing drills like that. People don't understand that. People think you're just doing drills. No. High IQ, having education on what you're doing, doing the right techniques to perfect your craft will make you a better athlete. Not just being a natural athlete don't make you a better athlete. So that's why I'm teaching my son, like, techniques. Learn different techniques, you'll win every time. So that's what we're working on that day.
Wow. Do you work on the same drill with him on a regular basis? Or you?
Oh no, I mix him up. I mess with his mind. That's what you're supposed to do. You mess with their mind. Get them always thinking what they're doing, because once they get higher up, they're gonna start watching film on other teams. They have to study people. That's what I'm teaching my son now. So yes.
So are you already teaching your son how to look at films?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. You know, that's one of the biggest things, and and this is just from me researching NFL players, looking at videos of NFL players, of players who played college that don't know how to read other film and watch film, and they don't know how to study that, and they have a hard time adjusting to those things in the NFL or even on a collegiate level. I mean, from high school, because they don't look at film. Right. So, and you already, how old is your son now?
He's 7.
So he's already reading and trying to read film and studying film already. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm trying to teach him when he out there on the field, when his opponent lines up, I'm trying to teach him how to read the offense. If he's on defense, I'm trying to teach him how to read the offense formation. See how the receivers lined up. See how the running back lined up. You have to know all of these things when you play. Even with basketball, what side of the court is the best player on the side of the court? What areas are the referees at, so you can get away with certain things? People don't know that.
Wow.
It's all about the education of the game. It don't matter how good you is. It's all about your technique and what you know up here.
And if you're working out properly, all that goes hand in hand together.
All that comes together. So now it's natural to you.
Ooh.
Yep.
Is that like putting a pizza together?
That's what it is. It's the whole blueprint. Once you figure out the whole blueprint, man, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you.
Wow.
You one step ahead.
I think this show here is really going to put some highlights, because football season get ready to come and into it, and I know that we as parents, we want our kids to do the best. And I'm going to ask you this. As a parent, because I know you love the game. There's a lot of times that parents get so involved into their children. Do you believe that they live their life through their child, and when something happens on that field that they don't like, they get mad at the coach, they take it and they act out on the field in front of the team, in front of their children, in front of fans and all that because they don't like what the coach
Right.
displayed with their child. Have you seen that in your profession? Have you seen it as a coach and as a flexologist? Have you seen that?
I see it every day.
Okay.
That tell me that you have too much control of your child and what they got going on. Like me, I just train my child, but I let my child get coached by other individuals so he can learn how to communicate, to learn how to socialize, to learn how to learn different things from different people. So, but I see it every day. Different parents, they get angry, get mad at the coach just because their child not playing. Their child messing up in practice, not doing drills right, like they hammering on their head. You being negative. When you be negative, you shut your whole child down. People gotta understand these are kids that don't grasp that fast up there. They don't got their learning ability yet. I think it starts at the age of 12 when they start getting all the information like that. So when a kid's under 12, when you yell at them, when you do all this type of stuff, it shuts them down immediately. People don't understand it. It's a psychological game.
Wow. Okay. I mean, this is good. This is real good. I think for me, and I used to be, I'm a retired detective. So when I used to watch games and I used to work off duty at football games, and man, fights break out. When those fights break out, the danger that parents and these athletes put other people in, they have no idea of the magnitude of the responsibility that happens once that lick is passed.
Yep.
And people jump off that stand and into that melee or whatever it is that you cannot take it back.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's done. Yep.
It's done. And someone, I don't care who it is, someone will come out there with something other than their hands, with some weapon. I'm gonna put this out there and say what it is. Somebody's gonna bring a damn gun, and I'm gonna say it like it is, and I say it's wrong. But there will be a shooting over a mishap in a game or a sports event for no particular reason over some BS, and then we done made the news. We done made the news, and we're in the paper, and we're saying, really? Another one? Haven't we got tired of that?
Right.
How many damn times do we have to continue to deal with these parents or these lack of educated students or
That's
people
exactly
that come to a game to mess up an environment that's supposed to be recreation and fun for everybody as a sporting event and ruin it for the whole world?
Yep. It happens every year.
And I gotta put my saying out there. I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't finna put no lipstick on no gorilla. I'm finna tell the truth. Okay? It is what it is. I done worked too many of it.
Yep.
I done worked too many of it in my lifetime. I done seen it. I done worked shootings, fights, and homicides in it. In the state of Arkansas. I'm not telling what I know or what I heard. I'm telling you what I worked and what I experienced, and I've seen it for myself and what these hands had to deal with.
Yep.
I've had to fight in a melee. Several of them. I've had to do that.
Yeah. And it's sad, man. It's sad that people can't get along.
Yeah, and that's so to the athletes that's getting ready to start this particular season, to the parents, to you as a coach, as a parent, to the coaches that's out there in these schools, my hat goes off to you. My prayers goes off to you. I wish y'all a safe and successful season this year with no injuries, no violence. I want a safe environment for everyone.
Most definitely.
This particular season. I would love to see that in the whole United States. I know, God, I'm asking for a lot, but you said I have not because I've asked not. And so I'm asking it publicly on my platform of 954 Miles of Conversation that you make sure that there's peace throughout the United States with sports arenas in sports in the United States with athletes and parents and spectators that's there, including the police officers that have to put their lives in danger to make sure everybody leaves there safely, especially them because they got families as well.
Yeah,
So
most definitely.
I'm asking that, and if, for my viewers and listeners, when you see this, I hope you do the same thing. You pray for that as if I pray for this, pray for that as well. So I definitely want to put that out there. But we talked about something that's the NBA draft.
Yeah.
Uh, LeBron James, and he has his son in there.
Yeah.
And you said something very interesting that I never would have thought. I didn't look at it like that, but I want to get your opinion on that because he has his son on his team with him now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm looking at his collegiate year, and I said, well, he didn't really play good to me. And I said, you said something totally profound and different because
Yeah.
you looking at it as a trainer and you saw something totally different. And so
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell the viewers what you told me about Bronny James that you saw in him. Yeah.
What I see in Bronny James is a high intelligent kid. His IQ level in basketball is very good. Um, the way he work out, the way he train, he have high profile trainers. I'm pretty sure his dad got him the best trainers in the world, so of course he's gonna be good. Just me looking at his workouts videos, man. Like, dude is a good athlete. He don't have the size, but he's a damn good athlete. I think he'll be a good point guard, a
Okay.
good, a good guard, not a point guard, a good guard to defend the ball and bring the ball down the court to make plays for sure. And he can definitely shoot the ball.
You could definitely shoot the ball.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. See, you looked at it in the aspects as a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that. And so that's why I say everybody has opinion, and I don't know everything about sports. I mean, I played in the '80s, so
Yeah.
it's just done changed a lot since I played, back in the day. So I can't even compare it today at
Yeah.
all. Yeah, I can't even compare it. I'm not even gonna compare that. So I
Mm-hmm.
just watch it. When I do watch it, I enjoy it. When I do enjoy it, so I just want to say that I'm glad that we're able to shine some light on strengthening and conditioning to this podcast and for our viewers and listeners. And again, I thank everybody for tuning in and supporting 954 Miles of Conversation. So far, that's far. I mean, we have been getting a lot of good reviews. I just got my website going, so it's up and running now. So 954 Miles of Conversation .com. So go out there and take a look at that and view that. And I'm glad that we're able to showcase stuff about health. We got some more stuff that's coming up down the line about health in the future. So we're definitely talking about everything. We're making sure that we reach everything that's out there. We're going to talk about things that people are not going to have a conversation about. That's why we're going to be very different. We will have that uncomfortable conversation. We don't have no problem by doing that. And Wendell, before we go, and I want to give you the last thoughts of what can you give to someone tonight, and how you view this season with you and yourself and your son, and how everything is going with that, and give you the last words on that.
I would give people to learn themselves, find out who you are as an individual, take time alone, study yourself, see what you're good at. Also, find your routine. Find your routine that gets you energized so you can go out and work out. So you can go out and do multiple things that's positive. As for like athletes, man, continue to work hard, continue to educate, watch film, watch YouTube, study your best athlete, see what they're doing. Find your ways to do things so you can become a better athlete. Always technique. Remember, technique, 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 and stretch and work out technique, stretch, workout, nutrition. I promise you. You get that, you'll be a good athlete.
Wow.
You'll be a good athlete.
And hey, and that's the best segue to leave. And what better said than leave 954 miles of conversation. But I'm gonna try something different tonight. I want to play a song for some reason. I just feel it in me because this would been a good show to leave. Because I always say the man right here. Always. Yeah, so I love that song. So as usual, I'm gonna say, hey, I don't own the rights to this music, but I'm gonna close that song off with this song right here. I gotta close that song.
My LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn.
Hey, you can reach Wendell Thompson at 870-665-2564. 870-665-2564. Hey, thank you for watching 954 Miles of Conversation. Until next time. Hey.